ይለኛል የጥንት የልጅነት እቅፍ ድግፍ አርጎ ሲያጎርሰኝ አባቴ መውደዱ ለግሶ አባቴ እኔስ አባብዬ ዋሴ ጠበቃ ዜማን ጎርጉሮ ጥርሴ ሙዚቃ እኔስ አባብዬ ጌጤ መድመቂያ ማረፊያ ዋርካ ልክ እንደ እግር እሳት የሚያንገበግበው ለፍቶ የሚያስተዳድረው አባት ከሞተው ቤት የሚደፈረው አባቴ ኖር አባብዬ ጋሻ መከታ ስተካገኝ እጄ ነበር አለኝታ ሕይወቴ ቅንጤ መሐንዲስ ቀያ እናት አጓሼ እንደ አባት አልባ መልካም አባት ያለው አባብዬ ልጁን የሚያስጠራ አባብዬ ቢሞትም ይኖራል አባብዬ ስሙ እንደተፈራ አባብዬ ብትሸኝም ላንዴ አባብዬ አካሌ ፈራርሶ አባብዬ አለ በሬነት አባብዬ ስም ስጋ ለብሶ አባብዬ ቢያልፍም ከዚች ምድር በእግዚአብሔር ሕግጋት ስራው ሐውልቱ ነው ላሳለፈው ሕይወት ይከበር በልጁ እኔ እስካለሁለት አባቴ እኔስ አባብዬ ዋሴ ጠበቃ ዜማን ጎርጉሮ
He's always
Yeah,
making
Ababaye was the one that was like
making trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Ababaye was always like the one to fight with Dynamite the most, and also the one to make peace the most. Like he'd always be begging Ababaye to let him go. But, man, Ababaye is just like, I don't know. If you talk about like the kind of person that he is, first of all, he's the most honest person. He will hurt your feelings and not care because he's just telling you the truth. But it comes from a place of love. Like he's just an honest person. And like he'll let you know if you gained weight, if you lost weight, if what you're wearing is too short or isn't cute. Like he has no problem with any of that. But honestly, like he's just the kind of person, like especially going to his house like a lot in Ethiopia, Like he's the kind of person that loves to have people over and loves to like have people like eating and drinking. Even just like 2 years ago when I was there, he got my friend drunk before lunchtime. Tanya, you guys know Tanya. She was there, and like she just came to stop by and say hi to Mommy. And Ababaye was about to eat lunch. So first he forced us to eat lunch with him, and then he was forcing her to drink Edge at like 10 a.m. So by the time she started driving her car, she said to go to the lunch that she was invited to, she was drunk. And she was like, I didn't know what to do. I finally made it to the place that I was, and she was like, can't believe I couldn't tell anybody that somebody's grandfather was the one that got me drunk. Like,
Great story.
I was really so
that is him.
And then like, so he was just yeah.
With Ababaye?
Yeah. And then it's like, if you don't want that, you'll want you to have whiskey. Like, I'm sure if you went right now, your age, you would have done the same thing. That's just like his favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
It's like having a good time with everybody. Yeah.
Oh, no, she's not.
I really am. So Doug Mike said earlier, she was fun. But Doug Mike saying earlier that like he says Ababaye. I specifically remember Ababaye continuously saying he lived with us. Doug Maui, Elohe natin with sharing. Makina was Doug Maui, so parang kan akabro. Lemon. Because ano ba yun aswara man aswara. Elohe natin musika he's shouting at. But
It's like, you know.
But no, the thing is, me and Ababaye were friends. Like, back to the cane story. Let me tell you why that cane never touched the ground. Because he used it to beat up dogs that ran towards us. I swear. He just used it. Like, I swear. You guys are laughing. You didn't say no. Like, whenever I would come home from school, I used to have a dog desktop. Thomas called it, Thomas called it instead of desktop.
Wait, you guys remember Elohe? None of you met
I'm not saying you remember
First of
what
all,
I haven't watched. I'm not saying
Guys, to paint a picture, Elohe had the most evil dog. Like, that dog was crazy.
No, he was crazy.
No, he was crazy.
Tell about this stuff.
No, he was a terrible dog. He was terrible.
He was really hype. He was really hype on his
Guys, we're not, the point is not about this stuff.
Yeah.
But the whole point is, like, he used to literally, I was so lazy, I never used to want to walk my dog. If it wasn't for Ababaye, that dog would not get walked that year. That Ababaye stayed with us. So we're walking, and I'm like, Ababaye, like, put the cane down. He put the cane down. So I'm like, Ababaye, you can put the cane down. Our dog is here. Like, he's like, I need to know, na. It's going to be our safety. And I'm like, okay, Ababaye, you're my grandpa. You're lit, all right, okay. And he's just like, and don't stick him out. He brought a big, like, stick. Literally walking like, I don't know why. I swear to you, like, we're walking literally like probably 10 minutes away from where I live. Me and Ababaye, me and him, just us two would walk all the time, like every day after school. And once there was like this big Rottweiler, but I didn't see it. I never walked, because Ababaye knows our neighborhood better than us. I'm serious. Ababaye, that's why Dagmar's story included walking.
He's the first.
I swear, this is how crazy it is. Ababaye has never been to, he doesn't know where my friends live. I don't even want my parents to, because when I was younger, and I finally got that bike, I was out. Like, I was just like, out. Like, you know, you like in the Nadia, you remember my little friends or whatever. Like, I used to just be in the neighborhood for real. But Ababaye doesn't know that. He's been there once, right? So that's a separate story. Every story of Ababaye involves walking. I don't know if you, and you can. So, makes sense. So, we go to a certain part of the neighborhood I've never been to, and Ababaye's like, you don't know what's shot in them, you know? That's not him. So I'm like, all right, but even if it's there, it's not going to do anything to you. I swear to God, as soon as we're turning the corner, it literally jumped. Like the fence, it's a fence, right? It's like it's barking at my dog. My dog's barking back. Like it's just like this big thing. The Rottweiler tears through its chains. It's a true story. Tears through its chains, jumps over. You know how like, have you guys ever been to my house? Yeah. Like, you know how, like...
Ever been to a house?
You know how, like, our fence is wobbly?
I think they all here have been to your house. No? Who hasn't been to your house?
Has been to
Everybody
house.
has.
Remember which one her house is. Some people haven't, but it's okay. But the Rottweiler broke down.
Kufla hasn't been to her house?
He's so quiet, I need to be engaged.
Yes, right.
But anyway.
I broke a fence.
No, it's okay. That's what I'm saying. If you were paying attention,
You would
know.
she's saying.
Okay. These are stories of your grandpa. Yeah, you're right. I have ADD, but anyway. So he broke through the fence, the dog. He's like, and then Ababaye is like, I'm not gonna push up. I swear. And literally didn't even have to touch the dog. The dog was gonna like attack my little dog.
Yeah,
The dog,
lazy.
jumps in my arms, and then the dog, the Rottweiler, I don't know why it was terrified. Ababaye had 2 sticks like this. This is your grandfather. This is a real story. He is a G. So if anybody who tells you that they're a G, just be like, you weren't fighting sticks. You weren't fighting dog sticks. So that was that story. So it's all the laughing. Just like that again, but no.
They're enjoying it.
You know I love it, Kufle. I don't need to pick on you. But anyway, so we
You just picked on him.
So the next day, Ababaye is like, I'm not walking. You shouldn't walk either. Because I was like, after that, I was like, I don't want any dogs to come attack me. He's just like, hey, Bak. I was like, I paid him, right? I'll go somewhere else. He's just like, yeah, I'm not going to go. But he goes anyway. Because Ababaye is that type of person. He thinks nothing can touch him or attack him, which is true. Literally, maybe it's God or something. You know, he's really religious. But, so he's like walking. After one point, usually he goes with me or Thomas. He gets lost. It's like an hour. You know the story. I know you know the story. He gets lost. No one can find him. We're Sirke no at that time. Ababaye doesn't have a cell. Even if we gave it to him, he wouldn't even want it. Like for real. So he gets out. It's like nighttime. We're getting late. We're like, what the heck? What's going on? And then out of nowhere, he pulls up to our house in someone's car. No. Don't know the story. I know you know the story. You know the story too. But so he pulls up. Thomas is like, and what does she call him? Yeah. It's just like, can't kill. Like this is, and the funny thing is, Thomas is another story. This is not about Thomas. So we come to the house. He's like, I knock on everyone's house, and I just keep. Ababaye is so smart. Like, if you ever wonder why some of us are really smart,
She's just saying it in English.
with an accent.
He did say thank you.
He literally, no. All jokes aside, he said, thank you. Like, he carries himself, like, no matter if he's in an emergency situation.
I've heard hi, but
Mind over matter is not Ababaye, I'll tell you that. So he knocks on everyone's door on a certain block. He doesn't, I hang around these houses. And then, like, he literally, hello, hey, I think I know, my little friend, my daughter plays with Ababaye. Ababaye, would you think of doing this now? Me and El Shaddai, for her bachelorette, were stuck in Mexico.
Oh my God.
But Ababaye is like,
oh.
what I'm trying to say is like Ababaye is a real G.
He's
He's
smart.
really like, he's very honest, whatever. So she told you about his honesty. I'm gonna tell you about how he's really a G. Do you know what a G stands for? He's gangster. I'm like, if I was a kid. But anyway, so he knocks on the door and they open it, and she's just like, I know that she plays with my daughter. I'm like, okay. And then Ababaye is like, I don't know how they communicate. And then he was just like, take me there. wait.
If you knew like how to point back to your house, then like why didn't you just go back?
Because she knew the general area. Like, you know how like your house and your friend's house.
Why does he need
Too
to?
rough with Ababaye because his age started to show a little bit more as I was getting older when he would come to visit. And he wouldn't care. He loved when me and Mama like hugged him and like jumped out. We were crazy kids. Like me and Mama were always just like running around, being aggressive like for girls. And he wouldn't get mad if we'd like jump on him and just like be playing with him or whatever. And I remember like Mubba liked to go like this to his hair because she thought it was funny that his hair was gray. Like, I just remember Mubba like playing with his hair when she was a baby. Like,
Baba, why you do that?
Remember that.
I know. I just remember when you were little, like you like playing with his hair, and he would just like
It's funny how the story changed as the young
Yeah.
boy
He, I think maybe like as he got older, he
I
wanted
know.
to like calm down.
But it's
He was still like always, he was always aggressive with mommy. What I really thought was always funny was how he was always quick to make fun of mommy, like or like pick on her. Yeah, like but Baye really had no problem
Yeah.
like coming for his kids like in front of us.
Come
I
for
thought
anybody.
hilarious.
Yeah.
No, but it's like even funnier when you see your parent, like your parent getting scolded by their parent. Like I remember one day, but
Oh
Baye
yeah,
got
you guys
so,
have seen nothing here.
mommy cut her hair. Someone, what year was it?
What, 2012?
Yeah, mommy cut her
Yeah.
hair off. It was like really short. After he was wedding, mommy cut her hair off, and he was so mad at her. I vividly just remember them having a conversation of how he just thought she didn't look cute. Don't do that again. Just like and he really said, he's like, you have to grow your hair out. Stop cutting your hair. Like you don't like it doesn't look good on you. And mommy is just like she's
love
trying to
it.
explain to him. He's like, I don't care.
It
I
just
don't
doesn't
care.
look
It
good.
doesn't look good.
Why does he even care?
That's a great question.
What is that? What is that, Kifli?
Why does he even
I don't know.
Why does he even
He's
care?
wanting
If your
to know.
mom,
We
like,
do.
if your mom,
You
if
care.
your kid cut
Your
her
daughter,
hair
yeah.
and it didn't look good, would you tell her you didn't like it?
You would. You honest. You would take your arm like Ababaye. You guys are very.
I wouldn't care, but I'll just like say I don't like your hair.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what he did.
That's what he did.
But that's the point. You're not gonna lie to her because you want her to know the truth. And that's how Ababaye is. And Doug was right about the whole like the beating thing. Like how Ababaye would always tell like mommy or daddy like tactful like their kids. You know like we were always so rough. Like me and Mama used to fight all the time. Like aggressive as like we were so aggressive kids. He'd always like they're just playing like they had like just let them spit.
Me and Mona could not, like, just be in a room
It's
together without fighting.
Yeah,
Of
but
course,
like we were
this
just always
same
fighting.
age, almost.
I will say this, though, to everyone who feels like it's a bad thing not to have memories. I'll be honest, as people get older, as Ababaye was aging,
Cherish.
America wasn't comfortable for him.
Yeah.
So he did spend a lot of time in Ethiopia. And you have to understand, when, you know, like, it's not his fault. It's not our parents' fault why he wasn't here. You know, he was a lot older, and that was home. That's the only home he knew. The only time he came here was to visit his kids. And then it came to a point where it just wasn't comfortable anymore. And you'd have to go there to see him. So I know a lot of you probably don't have the memories. You can consider it, it's not a bad thing if you don't. You shouldn't be sad about it, because obviously those who do know him are mourning a big loss and sharing, what they do have of him. You'll always have his picture. You'll remember this day, and if you don't, it's being recorded. So
Yeah, it's the
really, like I won't forget this. I was Liad's age, or if I was 10 years old,
It's nice
this
to
day
hear
might
it.
be forgotten.
Yeah.
But and not to make light of it, because today's not the anniversary of anything, but you can always remember that on the day Nev was born, we all met here. It's a good reminder of the day we came to have this conversation. If you guys want to remember it that way, and it's a 10th birthday, so it's an easy way to remember that. But honestly, yeah, if you guys do, you don't have to feel like you have to, make up.
Yeah,
for
don't feel
anyone.
Yeah.
like pressure
Make up
that you have to
anything.
have a memorable. Like
They're young. They're young.
Before we started this,
I know, but
Yeah.
Mete and
But
Dorothy's
the whole-
parents have stories. I hear the same.
I'll be honest with you. It was my first time in Ethiopia. I'm 10,
11.
11 years old.
Yeah.
11 years old, just finished 6th grade, about to go into 7th grade, right? We go to Ethiopia, and first day there, keep in mind, guys, the air smelled funny to me. I just felt weird. My stomach is tossing and turning. That day, yeah, my stomach was tossing and turning a little bit. But we go there, we sit down at Ababaye's house, people are hugging and kissing me that I don't know. And then all of a sudden, Manuel, he accidentally turns off the wrong light and then turns it back on. And then Ababaye, if you guys don't know, si kota, but I don't think it's coming from a bad place.
it's just
It's just a one time, he'll raise his voice, he'll yell, and then it's like past. I just remember
You guys
Ababaye
can go on the other side.
lifts his head up, Amanuel, he looks up to see who it is, because, his daughter, his grandkids are here. He goes,
Sit on the other side.
"Hey, yeah, did you
You guys sit on the other side.
And then
Oh,
he
no,
just,
sit on
you just see that like this. And it's just, I don't know, and then another funny thing I found about Ababaye is, if you ask him about food in America,
Guys.
and you ask Ababaye what's the best food in America, Ababaye says, American, I'm like, minimum na I smell my bin. Is it a best whole doro? Yeah, chicken.
I swear to God, fried chicken for
fried
You know,
chicken.
that's the only thing. It was like if they could bring the Popeye's chicken to Ethiopia, they'd be happy.
Yeah, that was what I like.
You know what's my story is Popeyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
with those specific fries.
Yeah.
My 2014, the year I graduated, I remember Ababaye came, and the day he came to America was the day of my senior prom. And I don't know, I think I learned this the day before. I knew he was coming. I didn't know he was coming to our house. And for those of you who remember who this boy from church was, Howie.
We all know.
I said some.
Yeah.
So he was my date. He was my. I don't care. He was my date to my senior prom, right? So like he like comes and he's like so nervous. He's like he thought Ababaye came and like all these people came to see me. He was like your grandpa, and he's just like so nervous, right? So I don't know if someone told him someone else was gonna come see me. I don't think they knew that. Stefanos walks in. Because Ababaye is here. No one's here to see, like me. Everyone's here to everyone that's there is here to see Ababaye. It is also happens to be my senior prom night. And Howie's coming to pick me up.
Oh, he's like,
all
oh,
Yeah.
and all that. So Stefanos comes in the door and they told him that Maki's coming too. Yeah, he's like, Suno? Suno? And I'm like, and they're like, oh, Ababaye, like Stefanos came and hugged him. They thought Stefanos was my date. Because he hadn't seen Stefanos, I think, since Stefanos was in the 6th or 5th grade. I think that was the last time Ababaye saw Stefanos. So he didn't recognize him. He thought that was the guy that they were going to come see. And then that was hilarious. But he eventually, like, when he saw me with makeup, I just remember his face was just like that. Like, he didn't smile. Like, he just went, I was like, Makine. He's like, Kakina. And I was like, he hugged me and everything. And Howie was just like so nervous. I don't know if they're
You didn't even pay attention to Howie though.
Of course not. My grandfather was there, but there's like I just remember a very awkward moment where he was like trying to say hi, but I just like looking at him, and like that was hilarious.
I remember how he explaining his name to Ababaye. He was like,
I don't know.
You were there too?
Yeah, that's how
everyone was
there.
there. I don't remember how he knew about it. He's like,
Yeah,
Like, how are you? Something.
he's like, the Hawaiian, the Hawaiian. He's like, oh, okay, but I'm, yeah, I don't remember.
No, he was just misspelled so.
I went the same day that I came down there right after that, and I was like, Ababaye, maki quality no junto awa kapsula. He's like, if I look at you, I'm going to check. He thought I was asking him permission or something. Right? He was so quick to say he doesn't care.
He was just Ababaye actually probably was very happy. Like he told me that on my high school graduation that I had 4 years to get married and have kids.
Yeah.
Serious. I'm at 18 years old. He literally said, "Okay, I just he's like, I'm because you were hot."
Even when I was in college, he told me I should get married.
Mama,
He said you can go to school while you're married.
so I'm sure he's great. Especially on top of the Abasha, I know Ababaye was happy.
Yeah. He was funny. I just always remember him saying after, like, he's like, after you become a doctor, not if I want to. After you become one, you can live here and become one here. I'm like, all right, sure. I don't know, but all right. I always just said sure, but I liked having him at our house that year. That was nice. He loved hanging out with us.
He loves the
He
time.
loved.
They fight, but
like siblings.
Yeah.
Like seeing them interact always.
He
used to be
treats her like Tilly.
Yeah.
Like literally,
Right.
like.
One of the things I remember from when we were kids, Mama always bring up Ababaye.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now we go.
So my dad, he told me stories about like when Ababaye came back from work. My dad, he would always take off his shoes as of respect. And he told me this one story where him and his friends snuck out and went to this like company's pool thing where they don't allow anyone in it, and they took off all their clothes and they were like completely naked, jumping in the water.
Wow.
And then they left their clothes on the side of the water lake. And then the people who work at the company, they came out and they came running out with no clothes, running through the neighborhood trying to find us. And then Ababaye found out and he covered from head to toe.
While he was still naked running through the street.
That's a good one.
I'm surprised Sammy told you that story.
I know, it's a good story.
He was like, don't ever trespass. This is what happened.
I wish Maya was here to tell you guys what your grandfather had for breakfast every morning for 25 years. So apparently, Ababaye, every morning, Maya said that she would make him a shake. And not many people eat shakes for breakfast in Ethiopia, all right? It's not your average shake. It would be, I don't know how many, maybe 2 eggs.
Oh, wow.
Butter melted. What else?
No, baso.
Basso. You guys know what basso is?
We drank it.
He would mix it up, drink it in the morning, and then she said that he wouldn't eat until he came home for dinner.
Oh.
Because he was a judge, so they said that like if the cases that come in front of him take too long, there's no breaks. So you just keep going all day. So sometimes he doesn't have a chance to eat lunch. So that shake used to hold him down the whole day.
I want that.
Yeah, baso, and eggs beat up in one shake. He just takes it down in the morning and he's good till dinner.
Honestly, though,
That's a heavy shake.
That is. That's heavy.
Like my dad.
That's cholesterol right there.
Yeah, it's not even a
Which you
shake.
never had.
It's
It's not a shake. That's
not only for,
That's
not only for
not
Ethiopia,
getting to think about
but I
it.
mean, forget Ethiopia, even for an American, Ababaye lived a
Very.
very long life.
Yeah.
Very long and healthy
No,
life.
I'm saying that. I
Age
think
wise.
now that I'm hearing all these stories, like he sounds just like my dad. I just think my dad's so many person.
Yeah.
Like my mom was just like my dad's very honest. Like, very honest.
Yeah.
And he's definitely like the story about hitting a dog with a stick. Like I just feel like that's something my dad would do.
Yeah.
Or like has.
And then
Not
have
literally,
the
but,
weird
like,
breakfast. Having the
And
weird
yeah,
breakfast.
my dad made eggs with basso in it or something like that.
Yeah.
In case he follows me, I was there. Yeah, my dad makes anything to eat. He's
Oh, wasn't that when your mom
I didn't
was
so
gone?
weird. Yeah, me and my mom were at church. So we didn't have to. My mom had to text him. My mom was like, he put eggs in basso.
Jordi, it's on here.
He knows.
He cooked it, but it was like a solid mess. And he tried to tell Steve it was good. And Steve was like, there's no way I'm doing this. No, I heard the story.
No, I don't remember. Thought I was gone. I think
No, me and my mom were at church, so we got a text. I got a text and I was like, Mom, that's okay, I'm coming home to good.
Oh my goodness, that is so funny.
I think all of my memories of Ababaye is just not understanding why he was saying that, because like it was always like my mom would like as soon as she comes home from work, she gets changed and then she comes back and she like tries to cook dinner for him and things like, and then she's he just like did not want her to work. I didn't understand. I'm like, she makes dinner every day. Like, I don't understand. What's the problem? Like, now, like, I think there are two different understandings of him. Is like when he lived with us and when I went to Ethiopia, like 2016. I understood like so much because when I first came, I cried. My dad knows. Like, when I first went to Ethiopia, I was like sick. I was just so sad that I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be here. Like, I'm literally gonna be here for 3 weeks. I know, right? Like, I'm glad you were there. Oh, okay. I was gonna be right. No, but I don't know.
I see.
I think she got sick as
I
soon
was
as she
gonna
got
have any
there.
Wi-Fi. No.
No, she was like, I'm gonna be sick for 3 weeks. Is that
Going there.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I think
There's
added on to that
an
was the
adjustment you
ride.
have to make to the
The
whole
ride
environment.
there, like I just saw like people like sleeping on the streets, like a lot.
There's a
and
lot.
everything.
It's a lot.
It was
worrying
just-
yourself too.
I was just like the whole ride. I was just like.
Shock, right?
I was just like, oh my god, am I really gonna be here? Am I really gonna be here? Like, I was shaking. Like, I truly felt sick, and I didn't feel okay until like I took a nap, and then like as the weeks went by, like I got like more open to him. Like I wouldn't even
More accustomed.
to him because like I was just like trying to like pass the time by sleeping. Maybe if I slept, I wouldn't be there. But like.
Right, she had the same experience. He left early with us when he went back for the first time after he came with the
She's
shit.
being a very honest teenager right
Yeah.
now.
But-
She's just like your grandfather.
No,
She's
but
really
she's
honest.
trying to say, she's
No,
trying to say
but
change.
I think we all see.
It's
I
true.
got it.
Yeah.
I got it because like later on, like I just sit down with him and he would just like feel sad. Like I would see him like when I would get up, when I would like start to get up, I would see him like his face would
think when you leave?
Yeah.
And it was like, he just really
always wanted
wanted you
company.
to be there. And then like, what really hit me was like, when we were about to, it was the night before we were about to go to Bahadan. And I was like, just getting ready to go to sleep. And then my mom was like, Ababaye and son, like, say goodnight to him and stuff. And then she was like, she didn't want to. That broke me. I just sat down and I talked with him for like, I don't even know. I think we were up till like 1 or something.
That's so nice, though.
I just really understood, like, he just wants you there. He just wants people.
Yeah.
He really just wants company.
That was his biggest thing about like why he didn't really care too much about being in America that much, because when he was, I'm assuming, I've never gotten to go, but when he's back home, he's at least like talking to people and stuff. Like now when he visits, or his later visits, it was just more him like being taken care of by like a toddler or someone while everyone was taking turns and going to work and taking the kids to school and stuff. It started to become different for
He
him.
didn't like to burden people.
And he was, his entire life, especially from stories you'll hear our parents tell you, he's just always been a strong, independent, taking care of everyone else type of person. Like, you know how our family all our parents, like, they care so much about hosting and making sure you're comfortable in their home. Like, every one of your parents, like, tells you when you come, like, you're not a guest, this is your home. And they got it from, like, him. He loves being around people, loves talking, loves having a good time.
He loves hosting.
He loves hosting. He just loves being around
He
people.
cried when we left. When we were like getting ready to, like, when we were packing and everything, like, he was crying. That broke me. Like, I really wanted him to come here one more time.
One thing, I just know how much he hated America.
He loved us though, like all of his family, like even you guys who you think you don't really know Ababaye, like he would love hearing about us, seeing pictures and how big we're getting and how much Dad looks just like, you know, Sammy, Nebi looks like how we all look like their kids when they were younger, hearing us. He loved all of us like so much, and he did everything for our family. So if there's anything you should take away, it's just like he was probably the most loving person in our family.
I mean, that's where everyone just learned, like, even when we were talking in our group chat, like, just family, everything's about family. We've been talking about, I remember like Mavi's graduation, Tete's wedding, everything. Everyone was just talking about, it's always about family.
Like his biggest thing was making sure that we all knew how much love there is in this family. Like what we have, guys, is so special. Like our family, people have, like, since we were growing up, like my friends never understood why I was always with you guys. Why is your cousin always picking us up? Why are you always thinking about, like, we were just close. Like we are, like he really helped build this awesome, ginormous family for all of us. It's just, like if there's anything we should take away, it's just knowing that being part of this big thing.
You also need to know that it's not normal. I always say this, you guys don't take it. I'll tell you,
our family.
Like I never realized, 'cause, like, I mean, obviously growing up in this family, like I was, like, it was just since I grew up with it, like I was just like so accustomed to like how close I was to my family, and like when I tell my friends about Maharas and how we have them every month, my friends would be like, "What? Like I don't see." Sometimes I see my family like once a year and stuff like that. And they're like not close to their cousins and everything. I was like I don't like. To me, it was just like really hard to fathom.
Yeah, like lots of
this
people
isn't
don't
common
even
at
like
all.
Yeah, some people don't even like it.
You're right.
Leah, do you have something to
This kind
say?
of family, you don't have a choice,
Huh?
even if you don't want to like
Come
your
on.
parents. Yeah, or something.
You don't have to like them. You have to be around like them.
You know, they really have that true sibling bond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like
You don't have to get along. You can
you don't
disagree.
really like each other, but you're gonna love each other, and you're gonna choose to love each other.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I
like,
mean?
you know, at the end of the day, everything's like pure intentions, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's like,
And you know how
you
rare
know,
it is in
always
such a
be
big
okay.
family.
Like, you'll always have,
Yeah.
like, you can always go somewhere.
And like
Yeah.
you know, if like one of them, like,
That's not something everyone
pisses
can
you
say,
off
but
or
you
does
can
something
always
that's,
go
like,
somewhere.
it's just the purest intentions. Like if I ever do anything to like kiss like Yordi or Bonita, it's like I'm just doing it for the sake of like I'm looking out for you guys, or like they're looking out for me, and it's just like we just want the absolute best for who we have, and we got that from our parents who got it from Ababaye and Mayi, and it's just something I just learned not to take advantage of because it's not something everyone grows up to have.
Ababaye is not only like this for his family, by the way.
Yeah,
He's
he
like
was
this
a person.
to anybody. He's the most hospitable, like,
Really kind.
I don't know if anybody that's been to Ethiopia, but
Yeah.
we were just like,
I don't even. It's the nicest place. She's like, I Wendemeno. You, because of your grandfather, this land is yours too. Look, she said that to me last year.
Yeah.
I was like, Mommy, how I didn't know she was your cousin. Not my cousin. But my dad, literally, probably this week of mourning, probably just as heavy as my mother. And my dad's a really strong guy. Like my dad's, you know what I mean? But I've never seen him take. He told me like straight up. This is real straight up stuff. Like he's like, you might not think that these are things that your fathers probably won't say out loud, like to each other. But my dad was like, you need to understand like who your grandfather. My dad tells me about my grandfather before my mom would ever say anything. Like he gets goosebumps. Like every 30 seconds he breaks down and cries. I swear to God, it's a grown man, my father. But it's just he's like, you need to understand not every sibling dynamic is because of Mamaye and Babaye. But think about it, like even a Mamaye will tell you herself that she's closer to Ababaye's side than she is to her own family because he's older than everybody. It's the funny part. Like last year when I viewed him until last year just like you guys do. Like when I say you guys, like I just thought he was just my grandpa that's old and that's it. I don't know. Like you don't really understand that like this man has whole histories, a whole life, and we really need to like ask our parents to tell them because
Tell us more stories.
Because I'm sorry, like this, like we should all, just because you don't see him, like I have a million stories about Ababaye and I feel like I didn't know him until last year, but like he's the type of person where it's like he literally was losing his hearing. I was like, Ababaye, why aren't you talking? He can't even, barely can hear me. But this man he literally, his essence is love just to be with him. He would get mad. Why are you leaving? And I'm like, Ababaye, I thought I knew. And he would never say anything.
He just wants you to be there and
he just wants you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he just wants you to
And we're gonna change the energy right now, like where it's going. But Ababaye is he's also very lit. Like he's lit. When I say that, like our parents are like, don't do this, don't do this. I don't know how to explain it. Ababaye is just like, do what you want in life.
This your mama and Ababaye?
Just me and Ababaye in Mamaye's house. No, everyone else has
I don't get it.
Go.
How did this happen? I'm just curious though, because I feel like did he need help doing anything?
No,
like how old were you?
This was 2014.
I was 18.
16. So you were 16. And like just no one else was. Everyone else had some.
Did you guys talk or you just mainly watch TV and you nodded?
Watch TV. I asked him like what am I gonna see? He was like, yeah, like go to your class. You have a place to stay, obviously, stuff like that.
You know my
And we cut mangoes.
My favorite
And I cut mangoes.
was when Ababaye told me about how he met your grandmother.
I would love to hear that.
And how he won her over. Did you guys hear about that?
No. I didn't exactly.
You know, Mamaye isn't the easiest person to please. Extra modern her touch.
Extra modern her touch.
So, not a cheap date. But, so Ababaye, no, I'm kidding.
You don't know the story?
Yeah, I didn't want to I was going to make it up.
You don't know the story?
No, so Dagmai's trying to be funny.
Ababaye, real talk, you know how like people say in songs, oh, I saw that bad light-skinned girl?
Yeah, that's exactly, no, it's true. It's true.
She's co-signing.
It's true.
She's right.
It's true.
I was like, Kala, he was like, that's high, I was like, he's really infatuated. He wrote love stories to her. But he didn't really write it, I'm just saying, in his head. And then he told
That's where Sam gets it from.
Okay, that's how Sam became the romantic that he is.
One of my favorite stories, it was 2014, it was the last time he was here, and it was the year Max graduated, but it was also the last World Cup. And my dad was like always watching the World Cup like in our house, and like he'd be cheering and getting real excited, and go like, goal, and stuff like that. But my used to just like make fun of him all the time about it. Like anytime he saw my dad around, he'd be like, goal!
Terse musica Le Ababaye Gede madmekia La kulela Mare አባብዬ ሙያህን ተክቼ አባብዬ እቀበልሃለሁ አባብዬ እጆቼ ዘርግቼ አባብዬ ቃልህን ባልፈጽም አባብዬ አጽምህ ይፍረድብኝ አባብዬ የሙያ ቃል ኪዳን አባብዬ አደራ አለብኝ
My name is Leah Samuel. Hi, my name is Leah Samuel Nessville. And this is for you, Ababaye. I remember the memory when we did Ababaye, and then it was really funny, and I remember all the videos of you and me. It's really kind, and I love your sweetness and smart thoughts you give to everybody and spread the kindness so everybody could cheer up themselves. Thank you for everything you have done for this family. Thank you so much.
አባት የስንቄት ነው ልጁን የሚያኮራ ከመቃብር በላይ ሲኖር ሲያበራ ዲና ስራ ነው ስምን የሚያስጠራ አባቴ እኔስ አባብዬ ዋሴ ጠበቃ ሲማም ጉርጉሮ እርሴ ሙዚቃ እኔስ አባብዬ ጌጤ መድመቂያ ታክለና ማረፊያ ዋርካ እኔስ አባብዬ አባብዬ እኔስ አባብዬ
በምስራቅ ፀሐይ ወጥቶ እስኪፈካ ሰማይ ካንሶላው ገብቼ እኔ አልተኛም ብታይ በናፍቆትሽ እምባ የራስ አልጋዬ ካላንቺ አቅቶኛል ማደር ለብቻዬ ማራኪዬ ማራኪዬ አንቺ ልቤ ጉዳይ መልክሽ ሁሌ ካይኔ ላይ ነው ሌትም ቀንም ብታይ ማራኪዬ ማራኪዬ አንቺ ልቤ ጉዳይ መልክሽ ሁሌ ካይኔ ላይ ነው ሌትም ቀንም ብታይ ማርቆመ ማር ነበር የጀግና ሞገሱ ከሩቅ አስረሽ ልቤ የት ያምልጥ ከራሱ የጎደለው ካርባ ስንት ይሆን ጣዬ ካላንቺ አልሞላለ እርጂ ማራኪዬ ማርማር ይላል ሁሌ አፌ ሲጠራሽ ማርማር ይላል እያቆላመጠ ማርማር ይላል አይኖር ያላንቺ ማርማር ይላል እድሜ እየጣፈጠ መች ጠገብኩሽና እኔ ሌት ይድላኛል ጋዬ ፍቅር ስቶብኛል ግን ያልተኛም ጨርሶ ማታ ማታ ማልቀሰው ስራዬ መች ጠገብኩሽና እኔ ሌት ይድላኛል ጋዬ ፍቅር ስቶብኛል ግን ያልተኛም ጨርሶ ማታ ማታ ማልቀሰው ስራዬ ማራኪዬ ማራኪዬ አንቺ ልቤ ጉዳይ መልክሽ ሁሌ ካይኔ ላይ ነው ሌትም ቀንም ብታይ ማርማር ይላል ሁሌ አፌ ሲጠራሽ ማርማር ይላል እያቆላመጠ ማርማር ይላል አይኖር ያላንቺ ማርማር ይላል እድሜ እየጣፈጠ መች ጠገብኩሽና እኔ ሌት ይድላኛል ጋዬ ፍቅር ስቶብኛል ግን ያልተኛም ጨርሶ ማታ ማታ ማልቀሰው ስራዬ መች ጠገብኩሽና እኔ ሌት ይድላኛል ጋዬ ፍቅር ስቶብኛል ግን ያልተኛም ጨርሶ ማታ ማታ ማልቀሰው ስራዬ
እንዲበዛለት አባት ደስ ይላል ልጅ ሲወለድለት ፍሬው ያማረ ዘር እንዲበዛለት አባት ደስ ይላል ልጅ ሲወለድለት የምጡ መከራ መች ይታወሳታል ወልዳ በማቀፏም እናት ደስ ይላታል ተወልደው ሕፃናት ሲበዙ ለወላጆቻቸው ደስ ያሰኛል ፍሬው ያማረ ዘር እንዲበዛለት አባት ደስ ይላል ልጅ ሲወለድለት ፍሬው ያማረ ዘር እንዲበዛለት አባት ደስ ይላል ልጅ ሲወለድለት ፍሬው ያማረ ዘር እንዲበዛለት አባት ደስ ይላል ልጅ ሲወለድለት ከልጆቻቸው ጋር ባልና ሚስቶቹ ይሆናል ጠንካራ ትዳራቸው ምቹ እቤቱ ይደሰታል አይወጣም ከመሸ አባት ልጆቹ ራስ ያሻሸ ፍሬው ያማረ ዘር እንዲበዛለት አባት ደስ ይላል ልጅ